All right. Turn to page 7 of the prayer book, please. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who were wise, then I prostrate. With pure bodies, formed supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage. To all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, and all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions, subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the ways of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protector's heart, to tip of this fresh, pure white heap, curd like cloud, O Lobsang Drakpa, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples, in space ahead on lion throne, lotus and moon, Venerable Guru, smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit. Feel for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory, outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit. Non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted 3 vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned mundane concerns, made life essential. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable Gurus, from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make Venerable Lobsang Drakpa's essential teaching specially shine forever. Migmed se wei te chen chen rei zig 3 me kem pei wang po jam pel yang du pung ma lu jom se san wei tak gang chen ke pei su gen song ka pa lob san tra pe jab la so wa deb. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remain steadfast. Homage to the exalted 3 jewels. Thus have I heard at one time the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was in concentration of the countless aspects of phenomenon called ground illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the 5 aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child of the lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this. subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence, 5 aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form, form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and so no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, object of touch, no mental phenomenon. There is no eye element and so forth, up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance and so forth, up to no aging and death, and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, Bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the 3 times, by relying upon the perfection of wisdom, become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra, the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra, the perfection of wisdom, is proclaimed. Taya ta gate gate paragate parasamgate bodhisoha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child of lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gadavras, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the hosts of the 3 places, Dakinis. Taya taum gate gate paragat parasom gate bodhisoha. Through the power of truth of the exalted 3 jewel speech, may all undecided negativities, such as the 4 maras, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, shante kurye soha. 8,000 types of obstructors pacified, freed from adverse harmful conditions. May all be conducive and perfect auspiciousness, bring happiness and well-being here right now. Saji Peki Joshime Tog Tramri Rabling Ji Ni De Kempati Sange Jingdu Meteuan Kidro Konandag Jing ki Chapawa tu so idam guru ratna mandala kam niryatayami Chongta songi chomna la jagju pardu gepsi gepsuchi dagi chonyen gepe sonam ki drola penchir sange drupa sho Chongta songi chomna la jagju pardu dagi gepsuchi dagi chonyen gepe sonam ki drola penchir sange drupa sho Chongta songi chomna la jagju pardu gepju gepsuchi dagi chonyen gepe sonam ki drola penchir sange drupa sho.
Good morning, everyone. How's the weather? It's cool. Maybe tomorrow snow.
It's going to get hot again, I think.
It's hot again?
No, it's going to snow.
Oh. Anyway, yeah. The weather's very funny. How come very easy to change? Huh? How they make? How they?
Why did it change?
Yeah, very easy to change. Like,
Because of the ocean and the landmass, and I think all different systems come together, and one dominates and the other dominates, so.
yeah. Where they come from? Where the cold wind come from? Here, Canada. Yeah. I don't know. Very funny. Usually the wind go to everywhere, right? But wind doesn't go California. Doesn't go to the Florida. I think it looks maybe wind. Even they have some road. There's some road. Go this road. Don't go there well. Lucky job, you know.
Like your weather.
Yeah, there's some weather have something road, right?
That's not why it happened, but it is sort of like the weather. It's funny.
Yeah. But the wind doesn't go to all directions, right?
This is your answer.
It's totally true. This is short answer. Anyway, that's very funny, right? Things change. Buddha said everything's impermanent. The impermanent means, like Dharma Veda, like changeable. Everything change. It's really true, right? Sometimes the science right now really practical or bring out to front of us things to how they exist. Then Buddha already told 2,500 years already, but people much really doesn't pay attention or really doesn't practice or like that. Sometimes sometimes okay, anyway, like that, it's wonderful to say that singer. There's some making the movie. They're making that. It's movie? We call it movie?
Yeah.
It's not movie.
Documentary
Yeah, I think documentary or something like
about Kurukulla Center?
No, they're going to, I think today is His Holiness Sachakoma's birthday. Therefore, people celebrate for everywhere to offering the sounds, offering the praise, to send all wishes. I think they do like that. Anyway, this is nice, you know. We have so many different things, body, speech, mind, we are offering for our holy Guru, holy beings. We create the merit. Like that sound, you know, sing or song is also one of the we can offer any place, you know. Like that. Anyway, we can do a little meditation. When you meditation, you know, like whenever you have some emotions, any delusions arise, that time, you know, you try to stop that, it doesn't work. Just make sure, catch. You identify, okay, now I'm getting like angry. Just watch. Like, you know, your mouse, some birds walking around, you can just watch what they're going. It's good to identify any emotions when you arise. The moment you already arouse our mind, it's very hard to stop. It doesn't. But during that time, not just follow that, just watch, like catch. Now how they're doing, how they walk. Then also watch like how it's happened like that. It's very good, it's very helpful for you. Okay? Then, you know, everyone just sit very, whatever you're comfortable. First, just relax your body. Just, you know, little relax, exercise, just relax your body. Since your body relax, then try to think about your body from head to knee, a couple times, up or down. Just relax slowly. What kind of feeling you have? What kind of, you know, any pains you have? Just go one by one, slowly. Just exercise our mind. And now try to find your own feeling. What kind of feeling you have now? Where the feeling now? How the feeling come? Now we're going to recite Bodhisattva name mantra. First we have sound, then we do slowly. Also listen your own sound. Then we silent, recite your own mind without sound. Follow me. The realization, you recite the mantra, you get the blessing from Buddha, come through Buddha's heart, hit your body, wash your all negative karmas, emotions, sickness. It's like when we shower the water through the all soups of body. Our body, inside, outside, all negative emotions. Go away. Then try to feel happy or peace or relax. Then what you are feeling, if some happy, peace feeling come out of your body, send all other sentient beings. They feel also happy. Okay. Not too long. If it's too long, our mind just go different directions. Okay? Now, try to some more different kind of meditation. Thank you. Oh. Where you found this?
It's a dahlia.
Oh. Small border. Good. Anyway, now when you have some emotions and a happy feeling, just watch how they exist. Watch like that way. When you usually or you used to like that kind of thinking, then when you really situation that time, you can also easy to catch and easy to deal with that. Okay? This is the one of the way to study or practice. Okay? Then main thing is now we have this I think talk about the impermanent, also special for the dead impermanent. Usually we don't want to see that, we don't want to hear that, right? Do anyone like to hear dead impermanent? No, we don't want.
So, Geshe-la, could you repeat that question, please?
Do anyone like to hear?
Hear. Like to hear.
Like to hear? It's dead.
You're going to die.
We don't want to hear that, right? We don't want to see that, we don't want to hear that. 인바이는 땅에서 나중에 나라야 아니 진짜로 못하고 그때 뭐 송교라.
So although no one wants to hear about death and death, but we talk a lot about that in Buddhism.
그러봐. 다도 내가도 아니 처음 답에 거서 야보시 레전드다. 아니 그거 야보시 시바이나 간서 아니 취야보시 제도에 살아와.
So the reason why we talk about it and why we have to think about it is because if we think about that, then we will be able to practice Dharma well.
아니 또 처음 답에 라시서 가는 또 아니 나무 산지에겠다. 이거는 따와까다 셔제 취시돼 되는 것이래.
So the death and impermanence is one of the main topic that's talked in Buddhism.
먼저 남바 미디 남바 인데 또 따따 아니 시 따위건데 따따 지다 쉬어거든 따따니요래.
So there's two way of seeing whether the person is Buddhist or not, in terms of the view and in terms of conduct.
아니 가사 뒤에라 아니 짬도 남바 타바지나 아니 가사데 쉬어거니 아니 남바 특여.
So if person has refuge, has taken refuge in 3 jewels, then the person fits to be a Buddhist from the conduct point of view.
아니 짬도 야보지 매와예나 아니 지 자와이세서 간지 릴라 타치권 마추싱이들이 많아 나바차요 말해.
So if you don't have refuge, if you don't take refuge, right, in 3 jewels, from the death of your heart, then even if you are a monk or even if you are a teacher sitting on a throne looking down at the audience and teaching, you are not Buddhist.
아니 니 조지 별별 걸어야 아니 별어야 라마에서 마 추시된 거 나라야 남바만게 만번도 송바이 버.
So that was identified by Lama Atisha when he came to Tibet. He said there are many Tibetan lamas who claim themselves to be Lama, sitting on a throne and teaching, yet they themselves are not Buddhist.
그러와 딘디자 아니 딘디 짬도 용와라 짬도 젖사고 그러와.
So in order to have that refuge, in order to be able to properly take refuge, then you have to have the cause of taking refuge, right?
아니 짬도 젖가세요서나 how many causes of the refuge? 3, 4, 5. 3 causes. 2 causes. Then any plans? 3 and 2. Then what? This is when monastery, when we learn the debate class or torture, then teachers always like that kind of how many there are, what are there. The students have to give the answer. It's very loud, Everyone say very loud to say, how many causes they do? 2 or 3. Because you say the word, then it's also more stable in your mind. If you don't stay the word, if you just just stay there, but that doesn't stay long. You know that we debate a lot. We debate all the time. Have you guys saw debate? Like monks almost get fighting. You saw that, right? Like they push each other, and then whoever then just look at just a very serious debate. Because you debate more, like one subject more, you stay your mind very long. Even at that time you study, you know the meaning, but you don't debate. It's just a couple of years, just gone. Therefore, when monastery you go to the teachers, it's like I don't know, all the monasteries like that, like Sera, the monasteries, you teach it, one class have maybe like 100 people. You don't have to go one teacher. You can choose your own teacher everywhere. There were, maybe 10, 20, some teachers one day. The teachers also very loud, students was very loud, What's the cause? He said, 2, 3, very loud you have to say. Therefore, how many cause how many cause of the refuge? 3, 2. Okay, how many 2? Hey, raise your hand. Okay, how many 3? Raise your hand. Okay. And who don't raise your hand, maybe you're not sure, right? Okay? Okay, who said 3, can you give me that 3?
Renunciation, wait, causes of?
Cause of refuge. 따라서 좀 늦죠.
Yeah.
Causes is fear of the lower realms. So for for higher rebirth, one for liberation and one for compassion for all sentient beings.
Okay.
기부숨 염려셔라.
Okay. Okay. Are you follow same direction? Do different?
I thought it was renunciation, compassion, and bodhicitta. Renunciation, bodhicitta. But those are the 3 things that I think are.
뭐가 셔야 될까? 기부숨.
기부숨 염려셔라.
아, 네. 오케이.
Bodhicitta.
오케이.
너 동안 지고 왔다.
고외도
고외
관심.
동안 지고 왔다. 아니 참.
오케이. Okay. Okay, who's 2? Deborah, Bob, Karen, you? Okay. Yeah, maybe Deborah you can say.
Fear and faith.
That's correct. Yeah, Jennifer is the, how you call it?
3 scopes, right?
3 scopes.
You're talking about the 3 capable beings, 3 scopes in a refuge. So the smallest in the sense of for the fear against the sufferings of the lower realm, and medium against the sufferings of the samsara, right? So you're talking about the 3 capable beings,
Yeah.
the refuge.
I thought they were the 3 causes of taking refuge.
No.
No.
No. This is Deborah's 2. Faith and fear. First you need to fear. If you have fear, you're looking for something, right?
This outline, this.
No, this online is maybe wrong online. Maybe they talk a different one.
This is fear and conviction and compassion.
Courage.
Fear.
For
Fear of the suffering in the 3 lower realms and in the whole of samsara. Conviction that the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha
Yeah.
have the
Yeah, this is
power
a
to
3
end.
baskets, yeah.
Those 2 fear,
And the
faith.
3rd, compassion for all transmigratory beings.
그래, 내 고민이다.
semje 탐절은 닝지어. 닝지어 숨으레스. 유 숨으레스.
I don't know, what text is?
It's just an outline of the long
라므르게 돼 가서 먼저
아니, 이거 말하대.
숨 쉬어야 돼.
I don't remember.
하나 뒤도 뒤거든.
You can, go to divide, you can put that, but usually,
태바친 뭐 잠들로 닝지고 와라 티스 와서 가지.
Maybe-
들라고 와다.
maybe go there, maybe Mahayana.
So for the Mahayana refuge, you need a compassion.
Yeah.
But for the other 2, you don't really need compassion. You just,
Maybe like
as long
that
as you
thing
have the
like
faith and fear, then you will take refuge.
Yeah. Okay?
Joshua, what about renunciation?
No.
Have renunciation.
No, you don't need renunciation.
What am I talking about then? What's renunciation, compassion, and bodhicitta? What are those 3?
This is the 3. What is that? Who knows that? Renunciation, compassion,
Emptiness.
emptiness. What is that?
That's what it is. Okay.
3
What
people.
are that?
The 3 higher principles.
3?
3 principal paths.
Good. See?
남소.
Lamso Namsam. Tibetan called Lamso Namsam. Lamchi Tsongo Namsam. The man of the path. Renunciation,
bodhicitta.
bodhicitta, the emptiness. Okay? Okay? Now, how many causes of the refuge? Can you say aloud? You will know?
2.
2. What are they?
Fear and faith.
That's good. You have to say. I'm sure you say. You don't have to shy. We're just family. We don't have to shy. You can really shout. No one looking for us. Okay. This is not. When you go monastery, they're very loud. Okay. Then you can say them a couple of times. Then you can remember all the time. Otherwise, you think, oh no, you just hear that. Really, you don't really repeat. Okay. Okay. What the cause? Refuge. Now, how is that? What the cause of this?
Fear.
No, yeah. What are the cause? Refuge. What are they? Fear. Fear for what? The second question. Kowadang yosongudonga. Right?
Sufferings of the cycles
What are sufferings?
and lower realms.
Okay? Faith. Right? We all fear for sick, right? Really? It was fear sick, right? Therefore we are always, you have, even you not say you have, I'm sure you have so many medicines there. You get religious. Like that, okay? The fear. The fear for what? samsara, three, how is it? Samsara and three realms, like that.
Three lower realms.
Three lower realms, okay? Then who can protect that? Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Right? Right? Karo Tebada ichi.
Faith.
Wale. Jigin jikjumire, jigin tan jigda chobanire. Ta chobade and sanji chugile sang chokores. O tenzata te chamro jinni. The chamro tendri kwa the nation ro ta ichi ro. Jigbada ichi. And tendri chamro jinni sawayana and kanda de chamro yongo. Tendri chamro jinni mena kanda de chamro yongo mare.
So if you have these two causes, the fear towards the sufferings, especially the sufferings of the three lower realms, and psychology as well, and then the faith or conviction in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha that they have the power to protect you from these sufferings. So if you have these two, fear and faith, then you will take refuge. Then you will have refuge. So then you will say you have refuge, which means you take refuge.
Okay. We take refuge for who? Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Right?
To whom?
To whom? Say loud, can you say? Good. Okay. How protect Buddha, Dharma, Sangha us? Who knows the answer? How?
How do Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha protect us? How do they protect us?
Okay. Who knows the answer? Very.
The doctor and the Dharma is the medicine and the Sangha are like the nurses.
Okay. This is example.
Yeah, for example.
Now go to the
Meaning.
meaning. How you say?
Practice.
Can you say?
Buddha teaches.
Yes. Then? Now, whatever you think, you can say. You don't have to shout. Maybe I say, maybe I'm wrong. Don't think that, okay?
Dharma's the teachings, and Sangha is community.
Okay.
That supports you.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. She's good answer. Sanje de chap tembopo. Ani chu de chap ngi gende de chap de daro sana do na pesana to yores.
So Buddha is the founder of refuge, or the teaches, how to be protected, and the Dharma, is the teaching, the actual, the refuge, and the Sangha, is the community, or someone who helps you to do your practices.
Ta tuzo no chance ndi jalon do shi ta teni reda sam de am shi chana sam a te ngoni ndi cheng do sam so leg do esna.
So do you really feel it's like that, or you just think, oh, this is, you just like take it as information, or you just really feel it in your heart?
What do you think? You feel that? We have to feel, we need to understand that, right? Buddha teach us. Buddha said, I cannot take your soft in my hand. I cannot wash. I cannot transfer my knowledge for you. It's true? Right? Now how he teach for us, we practice that, then we free from samsara. It's true? Exactly like that. A doctor give the medicine, then we eat the medicine, small medicine, then we can get recover. That's true. It makes sense. We don't want to also, Buddhism said that, we have to follow, no choice. Not like that, His Holiness Dalai Lama always said, we need to 21st century Buddhism. It's not just, yes, okay, we follow, not like that. Right? Like Tibetan tradition, they come to, the Dalai come here, they just, Buddha, he just, like Chinese people, they come to just for incense offering. Tibetans also put some lamps there. They really don't practice or really don't understand the meaning, but they have very strong faith, very strong faith. But you guys, maybe not very strong faith, but you can understand the meaning, then they will bring their faith, it's more stable. Okay? Therefore, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, the main refuge is Dharma. The word's Dharma. Now we have to third question.
Teachings.
What is Dharma? What teachings? When I'm saying these teachings, when I like that, then what are the teachings?
What to practice and what to give up.
What? Take this. What are that?
What to practice, what to avoid.
Yeah, it was the practice. This is like three karo. Laos nyamle. Begichu bong strum. Tanzu chungni teresa. Nazo pejana chawa sona.
Laundrota.
Anda, ta laundro kenne shincho malwa nyamle chawati. Ro. Wata three chungni de la koyores.
So the Dharma, is like the practice, of the three trainings, right? Or 10 non-virtuous actions, abandoning of the 10 non-virtuous actions, or morality of abandoning the 10 non-virtuous actions, or like you said, what is, doing what is to be abandoned and not doing. Not doing what is to be abandoned and doing what is to be cultivated. Like that.
Okay, this is the teaching. Okay, this is very important. Okay, then we. Like example, I talk to you guys, I teach you guys. You listen that, you practice that, it's work. Otherwise, I taught, Buddha taught, we just listen, just keep up that. We listen here, goodbye here. It doesn't work. Okay? This is always you need to understand, okay, how Buddha, Dharma, Sangha protects us. Okay? The next temple you are in, I meet the number,
So if you have that kind of refuge, then you become Buddhist, from the conduct point of view.
Okay. That's also music Tibetan. Any meeting number he made the choose of contingent targets and choose the legacy.
If someone were to ask you the question, how do you know when someone is a Buddhist or not? Then what do you say?
They're taking refuge.
They have two. We say we have two different ways. Okay? Can you say? We have two different ways.
2 ways.
2 ways. Okay?
2 ways you can find out.
Okay? But thing is not what the Shiva is.
So from the conduct's point of view and from the view point of view. So what is the conduct's point of view?
Okay.
Having taken refuge.
10 non-virtuous actions.
Now take the refuge. Take the refuges. I don't know, piece of something here.
Precept, Domba
Don't buy you don't let go of
Generosity.
So there are 2 ways, right? So from the point of view of the conduct and from the point of view of view, and from the point of view of the conduct, is by taking refuge in the 3 jewels.
Okay?
And so then, in order to take, in order to have that refuge or take the refuge in that way, from the conduct's point of view, then you have to have 2 causes, right? The 2 causes of taking refuge. And that is the fear and faith, right?
Okay. Now 1 minute, I'm going to say, you have to say loud, okay? How you found your Buddhism or not? Say loud.
Conduct and view.
Okay? Then contact. Now what's contact?
Taking refuge.
How you
Take some
Conduct is how you act.
how act, right? Okay. Then how you find you have that or not? Right.
Yeah, how do you know you have taken refuge or not?
You have the causes.
Yeah. What the causes?
Fear and faith.
Okay. Fear for what?
The lower realms. Suffering.
Faith for who?
Sara.
Buddha Dharma Sangha.
Okay. How they protect us?
Dharma, teaching, practice. 10.
You see, if you hear, you think you know, but you have to, the word doesn't come out. Okay, this is very, in monastery, that's very important. They always amongst, maybe we are like public, maybe hundreds of people, thousands of people, we're very shy, we don't want to say that, but here just a few people, we can say loud. Because it keeps you in mind, because you write here, I'm sure everyone write down here. The unit book here, your book and mine always different. Then stay the book. If you write not, they all the book, they don't have to write down, they all the book. You have to write your own mind. That the best way you read is you have to repeat again. Okay? This is very important. The monasteries are this, I don't know how they come that they always teach us very loud. In the Tibetan, they say you are not light. The monks cannot, even the monks are not, monks and teachers that doesn't have the book. The teacher of the night, and the teachers also teaching the monks, all they they are word by word. The teachings, they're always, these teachers, that time teachers, not same like me. I have to look at one by one, even I don't understand. They're all their mind. They can teach. Then students also not book. You look in no book, just word by word, say again, couple times. It's very work. When I was studying my monastery, West, Pomba, my teacher teach me 3 days. He teach me today 2 hours again, Pomba, 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 Pomba. That also the definition. And tomorrow I forgot. Then again I go back, he teach me. Again he teach. 3 days I can understand or remember the Pomba or West. Like that you have to say more and more, that's very good, okay? Don't think, oh, this is West time, we need to hold more. Not like that. You need to read your mind, not paper. It means, I'm not saying you don't read paper, okay? But you read mind, okay? Now how you find you are the Buddhism or not? Read it a little loud. Okay. What the conduct? How you are take refuge?
Because of fear and faith.
Okay. Fear for what?
Suffering of the lower realms.
Who you fed?
3 jewels.
Yes. What are the 3 jewels?
Bodhisattva.
How they protect us? Go fast, go fast.
The Sangha is the helpers.
Then you have to say like that, okay? It's very work. Maybe you can check, we can check, and maybe next couple of weeks we can check, okay? If you say, you hear all the time, you maybe know that, but you couldn't words come out. Okay? Don't think, oh, we just waste time. Don't think that, okay? Okay, how you find your Buddhism or not?
Conduct and view.
Okay? Say it, everyone say? You guys are very shy. We don't have to shy, that's okay. Okay, how you find your Buddhism or not?
Conduct and view.
What is the conduct?
Take refuge.
How you take refuge?
It's because of fear and faith.
Okay. What the fear for what?
Suffering of the lower realms of sorrow.
Okay. Faith for what?
The Buddha Dharma Sangha.
How Buddha Dharma Sangha protect us?
Buddha provides the teachings, Dharma is the teachings, and the Sangha are the helpers.
Still, it's good, yeah. It's hard to read.
Yeah.
But you write is easy that you say words it's hard, right? But you are not used. Okay, like that. Okay, this is what you have to say, yeah?
So what is view then?
Okay, we will talk later, okay? First we need to get context very clear, otherwise mixed together. Okay? Okay? How you find your Buddhism or not?
Conduct and view.
Okay? What's context means?
Refuge.
What's refuge means?
Fear and faith.
Okay? The cause or not? Maybe my question is not correct.
Yeah.
My cause may be cause.
Is fear and faith.
We need to cause and how you say? Yeah, cause, okay, two causes. Okay. What are the cause of refuge?
For taking on future fear and faith.
Okay, fear for what?
Suffering of the sorrow.
What we need to fear that? It's a different question. You need to also think about that, okay? Then, okay, who we fed?
Buddha Dharma Sangha.
How Buddha Dharma Sangha protect us?
Teachings, Dharma.
Now, Buddha's teaching, Dharma's refuge, Sangha's what you call community like that, okay? Usually, nuni china sanje de taptuma sanje chomden tsawa. Ani genis yokaro chu 세야디 오늘 땅 고대다 남빈이 라기로스 이나 땅 안조 단데가 고대 오잖아 뭐게치 보고 쓰면서 나도 그냥 또 고쳐거라.
So Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, when we talk about Buddha, Buddha is the teacher, right? So who teaches us the true path, and the Dharma is the actual Dharma will be the true path and the true cessation. So those are the Dharma, and then the Sangha is of course the beings with the direct realization of emptiness, and that. So those are the 3 jewels when we define.
당연히 되지. 이나 다단단 안조 대 땅도 냠냠하다 소소가 지지 냠래 먹게치 보고 좀 람라와섬지 냠래 간지 나도 근데 좀 말 냠래 될라다 출랍 초고래 대 안조다 먹게치람 만들어야 돼. 가고요.
And so those are the actual refuge, right? So the object of refuge, like the Buddha, we can't see actual Buddha, so the teacher who teaches us, is like the Buddha, And the Dharma, the true path and true cessation. True path is the direct realization of emptiness, which we don't have, right? So we can't have that, to be protected. So we do whatever practice we do of observing the morality of abandoning any of the 10 virtuous actions. So that's the Dharma that protects us. And then Sangha is the actual beings, with all this realization, but we can't meet with that kind of being. So whoever is around us and helping us or aiding, to do our practice, that becomes Sangha.
Okay? That goes on. Now you understand? Tomorrow again I say, 2, 3. You have to say this again, yes?
I have a question about the Sangha.
Yeah.
Since I've been practicing Tibetan Buddhism, I've heard people refer to the Sangha as the ordained faith community.
Yeah.
But in the Western sense, often when we say Sangha, we mean the whole...
The community, yeah. This is a real, Sangha means the ordained monks. Real Sangha is the realization, emptiness.
The direct realization of emptiness.
Emptiness. But we know that we can say 4 Sangha members we can call Sangha.
4 fully ordained monks or nuns.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
So the actual Sangha,
Yes.
is a someone, anybody. It can be a lay person or it can be an ordained person, as long as they have a direct realization of emptiness. So if you have a direct realization of emptiness, then you'll be able to help. Even if you're just by yourself, you'll be able to help. So you can take refuge in that kind of person. So if there's no such kind of person there, then any 4 fully ordained monks or nuns. So if there's that, then that's a Sangha. They can help. So with the group of these people, then they can help also. And that will be the conventional Sangha. So the actual Sangha would be the one with the realization of direct realization of emptiness. That will be conventional Sangha. And then even if you don't have that, like here, we don't have 4 fully ordained monks. So who do we take refuge in as a Sangha? So community, the other people around us who help us to do our practices.
Okay?
So now you know how to take, how to be Buddhist from the point of view of conduct, right?
Okay?
So even if someone drops a brick on your head, you will not forget that, right? So just reciting refuge formula, refuge prayer, right, from your mouth, has a great benefit. So now, like saying like that, all this talking about refuge has benefit as well. Lama So you might have heard this story, right? The benefit of saying out, the refuge formula or refuge prayers, like I take refuge in the Buddha, I take refuge in Dharma, I take refuge in Sangha. Even if you don't have anything in your mind, if you just say that, that word itself has so much power that it can protect you. So there was this story about a thief coming to steal in a retreater's cave. So there was this the door which is always closed, and there's a small window where people pass the food through, right? So he just insert his hand into the hole, the window hole, small hole, and try to look for the things to steal. And this retreater, a person who's doing a retreat, he grabbed the hand and then he hit with his mala, saying, take refuge in Buddha, take refuge in Dharma, and take refuge in Sangha, and then let him go. And it was very painful. He hit him with the mala, the rosary. It was very painful, and then he just ran away.
And then
And so then he ran away, and then he was hiding under a bridge, under a bridge, and then there he repeated that. Take refuge in Dharma, take refuge in Buddha, take refuge in Dharma, take refuge in Sangha. And then he said, as we were reciting that, he said, a good thing there was one, there were only 3. If there were more, it would be more painful.
And
so usually there are these spirits and demons, and on that bridge. So people will not go nearby there, but because of his reciting that, he was protected, and they were not able to cause any harm to him.
Okay,
So then from the point of view, right, so how do you know whether someone is Buddhist or not? So there are 4 ways.
Okay. How many views?
4.
4, right? Okay, that Tammo Dada. Deje Tamche Matabas. Tambo that Sanji Teso, Deje Tamche Matabas, somewhere.
So the 4 seals, the 4 seals?
Yes.
Okay, harder. He knows me. Good. Okay, who knows?
All compounded phenomena are impermanent. All emotions are suffering. All phenomena are selfless, and nirvana is true peace.
Everyone remember? They were not there. Everyone knows that? Everyone know that? Can you say loud? Okay, what are they? Can you say, everyone?
Phenomena are impermanent. All emotions are in the nature of suffering. Phenomena are selfless. Nirvana is.
Okay, tamboda, chadra, deje tamche mataba lada chadra.
So can you say that?
Yeah.
All compounded phenomena are impermanent.
Can you say, everyone say? Repeat. Say one more time. One more time. One more time. One more time. Okay.
So she said emotional, or usually I will translate as contaminated. All the contaminated things are suffering.
Okay.
All the contaminated things are suffering.
Louder.
Louder.
Say louder, okay.
Suffering.
Okay. 다 사체들 사체들 동아와 들어봐. 아니 추담제 동식 다음에 봐.
And all phenomena are empty and selfless.
Okay.
All phenomena empty and selfless.
One more time. 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 Okay. 아니 냥년인데 왜 쉬고?
So the nirvana is the peace.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Nirvana is the peace.
저번에. Okay. Okay. Now can you say first? No, first one. Okay, maybe you can say. Okay, Bob, first one.
Compound phenomena are impermanent.
Okay.
Compounded phenomena.
Okay, who can say second one? No, not Jennifer.
All things are suffering. All contaminated things are suffering.
Okay, now who can say for the third one? Who can say?
All
Not you, another one. Can you say someone?
All phenomena are empty itself.
Good. Okay, now who's off? Number 4. Number 4. Okay, still have to say again. Tamil Digitam Mataba.
All compounded phenomena are impermanent.
Say again, you loud. Say loud. Say loud. Okay, second one. Second one.
All contaminated things are suffering.
Second one. Third.
All phenomena are empty and selfless.
Third. 4.
Nirvana is the peace.
Okay, it's good, right? Okay, how you find your Buddhism?
Conduct and view. Conduct and view.
Okay, how many contacts? How many say you can say? Mama can't marry. View ka revered.
View.
Karo.
Dalai.
Tawa ka says na.
How many views are there?
4.
Okay, what are they? Say first.
All compounded phenomena.
Try.
All contaminated phenomena are suffering.
Things are suffering.
All phenomena are empty and selfless. Nirvana is true peace.
Yeah, it's not easy, right, to say. Not to say easy, right? Because you try to look at more than you very this will keep your mind. You can write some your own mind, okay? Okay? Third, yes.
Can you explain the difference between compounding phenomena and phenomena?
그래서
그래서 두제당 다 최연이 개발.
알래. 그래서 추려는 나도 요새가 말에 추려 그랬어. 추세대 나도 돈 많도 따봐도 못 따봐 요새는 나도 추려 그랬어. 근데 대인들이 추세대 나도 달막 추세대 말했어.
So phenomena, everything that exists is phenomena.
Deje said Jeda Tatu and the Jeda, the gelatin issue with Chukai and Batala, and the Deje.
And the compounded phenomena is phenomena that's compounded.
This is like same.
So not every that shows that not every phenomenon is compounded. There are uncompounded phenomena also. You know? So what does it mean by compounded? Now compounded by cause and condition. So those things that depends on cause and condition is compounded phenomena.
But what about phenomena that are dependent on parts? Are they not compounded?
Not necessary.
Not necessary.
Yeah. So compounded and are usually is so impermanent, right? So everything that depends on the name and parts in it is not necessarily impermanent. So here the compounded phenomena are impermanent are same. So like says compounded phenomena are impermanent means like everything that's compounded is impermanent. So that's compounded by causes and conditions.
Okay? Okay, how many views?
4.
What are they?
All compounded phenomena are permanent. All contaminated phenomena are suffering. All phenomena are empty and selfless. Nirvana is peace.
When we the teacher, when we was, study that time, we are not this room, very small rooms, we try to hide from the teacher's table. He didn't see something, forgot. Usually they teach it one by one, okay, now you, very serious you have to say. Also you have to watch his mouth. Because at that time, if you watch the teacher's mouth, you really focus that. Otherwise, everything the emptiness, everything the phenomena, all of it, your mind doesn't really focus. You just say that, but your mind just looking, different colors, that colors. The teacher is always looking at your mouth. He's looking at your mouth, you also look at your mouth. It's very good to you, stay your own mind. Yeah, this is a big difference, If you focus or not, very big difference. I think you already know that you have to write down. Then you book and you stay different room, you stay different room, doesn't work. Okay? Okay, how many views?
4.
Okay, can you start the number 4?
All things are selfless deathly.
All contaminated phenomena are suffering. All common phenomena are
It's not easy, right? Yeah, you have to say, even in your room, you can say loud couple times. Memorize, it's very good, okay? Then deje ta jo mata ba se di, ini ngamju tan deje ga rashi khang yi ba cha sa mata ba de ki chi ma de jing do res. Ta deg mar sa la ba ro ten ro te res.
So all compounded phenomena, phenomena that are brought together by cause and condition are all compounded phenomena, and those are all impermanent. That means that they will perish, and they will not, remain forever. They will perish, gradually or slow one by one.
And tela din chwa mata ba ko yore, tin chwa mata ba shi yore.
And so that shows the death and impermanence. It's about talking about the impermanence.
Tela te ngambe ge ta yone mane chi re.
So that's one of the main things about Buddhism.
Tanju an chwa ta sa che tam ju dunga wa sa je ti ga an ko we di ge ta chu khang ba te ta dunga ga ra je re song bai bar.
So contaminated phenomena, all contaminated things are suffering. So all contaminated by delusions. So anything that's contaminated by delusion is a suffering.
ro kanji nganzo ta da lo she to kanga dunga ga ra je re sen de te dunga ja nya ngore se la ko ro.
So the contaminated, so everything that we have is contaminated, is, or in other words, we achieve that through the karma and delusion. So anything that came through karma and delusion is contaminated. The body, or the possessions that we experience, everything. We think that's we think that's happy, but eventually it's turned into suffering, right? So they're all in the nature of suffering.
kanji ti ga ko dunga se ge yore.
So that explains about the suffering of cyclic existence.
Ti ga tam ju je se ge yore.
And also talks about the cause for taking refuge, right?
ro karo deje te sa che dungwa. Chu tam ju tu ji ta me ba se ti ta ta wa yona me na. Na ju ka re na wa kan jo ani pa ta ji che ba ni nye ge ma re ta ra ji ta ga ma re so ma ro.
And so then all phenomena are empty and selfless. That's the real view, right? So the real view is that all phenomena are empty and selfless. So nothing exists from their own side. Nothing exists inherently, from their own side. It's all imputed by your mind.
ro na ne pena sa chi ko dunga ya ba to so so to sem ko so sha jo re song ko ro.
So even the contaminated things or the sufferings, right, they're all created by our mind. nothing exists from its own side.
아니 제가 잘리는 쇼샤다랍니다. 그런 건 정하자 말했어.
And so it is not exist from its own side. It depends on cause and condition for it to exist.
딜 가르고는라서나 아니 추담제 동시 담에 봐이 내제담제 뭐 답이라지 임바치 아니 거기 추담제 동아라지 임바나 다 텔 타와요레스 아니 대 동아도 요 마고 쳐요레 송거다.
And so even though all component phenomena are impermanent and all contaminated things are suffering, but one can be free from those sufferings. One can be in a point where we will not have to experience any of those sufferings.
다 된지게 내서 야부 시바였나 아니 능력이 보고 토거래 산제 고마 토거래스.
And so if we know well about this, and then through that, we can achieve the nirvana or the the liberation or enlightenment.
되는 것이 그래도 와.
So that's important, right? To know
Right?
that.
Okay? Yes.
What's the definition of uncompounded phenomenon? Can you give me an example of what uncompounded phenomenon would be?
Dumachi.
아,
Dumachi, the tenshi.
안에 빼는 남가다와 동반이다와.
Like permanent things, any kind of permanent things. Like the space, uncompounded phenomena. Space doesn't depend on cause and condition for it to exist.
Space does depend on cause and condition. We talked, you have to have some space, you have to have a form to have space.
It depends on
Space
parts.
depends on form to be there. Without any form, there's no space.
대 말했대. 대질라고 말했어. 근데 차셔야 된다 말했어.
So that's not a cause, that's a part. The part.
그래. 빼차셔와이나 보면은 부모샤입니다. 부모지 마라. 부모 피지 마라.
For example, like, would you say the man is a cause of the woman?
Man causes the woman,
But there cannot be woman without a man, right?
right?
Can there be a woman without a man?
I don't think no.
I mean, even
대국에서
to call it a woman, right? To someone to call it a woman, you have to depend on a man, right?
Right? In order for yes, in order for
So,
the label. you
yeah,
have to have a
exactly,
label.
exactly. So, but will you say the woman came from man? Is a man cause of the woman? No, like that. It depends, but it's not a cause.
So you're saying space didn't come from form, and form didn't come from space.
But it depends on
But it
the
depends
form.
on itself.
Yeah. So that's a part,
Okay.
So the part of it. Yeah.
Okay.
제가 땡땡해서 이거 가서 땡땡 튀임 봐.
So we talked about dependent arising. Yeah, that's like dependent arising. It depends on that. Man depends on woman, woman depends on man,
Yeah.
long depends on short, short depends on long, and all these things that depend on.
Everything is dependent.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
In some way, right?
난 좋은 말을 해도 돼.
Is there any different size in the fingers?
오케이. 다음에는 무슨 코스 받은 제네레이션은
Are they cause cause to each other?
Cause to each other?
Yeah.
No.
얘나 배는 내 뒤도 왔어.
The short
내
finger,
통한다. 왜 킥아웃해서 거야? just before. 내 통한도 왔어.
short finger, right? The little finger is shorter,
내가 때는 그 통한도 그 통한 말로 와.
so the little finger is short, depending on the longer finger. But shorter finger is not really short by itself, right?
Depends on the other
Yeah.
things.
다음 내 링한도 왔어. 내 링한도 왔어.
So the ring finger is longer than the short finger, right? So therefore it's long. It's long, but in dependence on the short, it is long.
Right.
But it depends on the middle finger. Is it long? No, it's a short, right? It's shorter than the middle finger. The ring finger is shorter than the middle finger, right? So, but it's longer than a short finger. So in dependence on a short finger, it's a long, but in dependence on the long finger, it's not long. It's short.
간지 언제가 되다도 그거 린도 찍으면 돼. 그거 찍으면 돼. 왔어.
So these four fingers, and they are not same in size, right?
Are you guys same? Anyone same? No, right?
Anybody unsafe?
No, 대 너도 그 땡땡 마셔. 찌찌 잠이 그도 링하면 그도 통한게 말아.
So the size of those depends on each other.
오케이? 근데 이제 저런 건 남가서 되고 아니 단다 셴바다 땜다 대라 땜 형거를 자시 될 때는 형거를 말이야. 그 지지다도 말해.
So it depends on the form, but the form is not the cause of the space.
오케이? So understand, right? 근데 더 빼는 것처럼 아무도 남북이 눈에 띵는 맨날 담으셔야 돼.
So those are very important things in Buddhism about talking about the impermanence and permanence.
오케이? Now, how you find your Buddhism not?
Contact and view.
Okay, what the contact?
Refuge.
How you check refuge?
Fear and faith.
Fear for what?
Samsara.
Okay, good. Faith for what? Who? How Buddha Sangha protect us? Good. Okay, what the view?
All compounded phenomena are impermanent. All contaminated phenomena are suffering. All empty and selfless, nirvana is peace.
Good. Try to read your mind, okay? This is very important, okay? Okay, that's good. Then we know the numbers, we know the meaning, that's perfect, okay? Okay, now we go to the real text of, just talk so many different things we didn't go through. And then you go to the time when Mataban Chomata song was showing you Shuluka some subject in Rosavado. Do you want to go 28 or down or not? Okay.
So we finish up to 37, right? We haven't done the 38 yet,
None.
Correct.
right?
다 되게 쇼로가 섬주 섬대가 가려서 말는 캐나게 아니 수수 된다 아니 디바스타 니바사와이나리 예니 체는 니바사와이나 니바라 차자데 가는 보여 말까지 캐나게 냐하대요 레스라 말이 대하이마다 다 대다이마 하대와 맞이 아니 캐나게 로로 되겠다까지 마타베 라제 제레 집에 지지제레 해서 말아 대다 쇼로가 잡지 되게 아니 대다 바고 로시 대다 바고 로시 다가 또바라 마제베 뜸 차다 셰당기 디반다 바나도시 로 임바 근데 소소 녀바사라디 아니 녀바도 소소 그거 여와야 하마고 아니 소소가 로든 징도고와 신도고와 대하고 하마고 땅이 녀바만 보사요레스 라고도.
So in the verse 37, it was talking about all the negative karmas that we have created, on behalf of, for the sake of our friends and enemies, right? And about all these friends and enemies, for their sake, we created negative karma, have passed away, but the negative karma created for their sake is still with us, and it goes with us, into our next life. So, and then in verse 38, it says, where he's talking about not knowing that we are not going to remain also, ourselves are not going to remain also, we have created so many negative karma. So let's read that together. Thus I have not considered and due to the delusions, attachment and hatred, I have sinned in many ways.
Okay? 다들 듣도 나는 게 고백에 내서 야부 맞다 말으니까 니바만 보사요리 저다 고sem까지 못다베라지도 고셔요.
So thus I have not considered that I am ephemeral, right? So, well, which means this impermanence, right? In other words, it's impermanence. So, not knowing that I'm impermanent, not knowing that I'm going to die someday and I will be gone, and due to delusions, because of not knowing that, due to delusions, attachment, and hatred, I have sinned or created non-virtuous actions in many ways.
단 네 가족들에게 가정에 남는 주도 질라야 봐서 단 처음 맞다 받고 때 남는 것만 나는 빼는도 세워요.
And so it is very, important, to think about the impermanence and death, right? And then I also suggested that you read in more details, about the death and impermanence from the Lamrim text. Did any of you do that?
아니 뒤는 처음 건축 삼아서요. 고뇨에 고뇨요다 주 제자면.
And then there's a 9-round meditation on death, right? There are 3 roots and 9 reasonings that you can contemplate on to meditate on death.
Anyone knows that?
No, the 3 roots.
Yeah. What 3 roots?
Death is certain, the time of death is uncertain, and the only thing that will help is a Dharma practice at the time of death.
Good. Everyone knows? just people say yes. But this is also Lamrim. It's really read the book. You read that. Zawasum, yani karo zawasum, jintuego touchable sum. 진짜 빼서만 되니 근데 간지 주 셰거 봐. 주마다 강강 뭐제 봐. 다주 따라라 셰거 같은 아니 처음부터 못 소요래.
So there are like 3 roots, like the death and impermanence. Death is certain, time of death is uncertain, and the only thing that can help at the time of death is dharma. So those are the 3 roots. And then there are 9 reasons. So how death is certain? So you have to think death is certain, because of this, because of the 3 reasons, and for each, And the time of death is uncertain. Why? Because it's anybody can die anytime, and so forth, like that, right? So our time of death is uncertain. And then the only thing that is helpful at the time of death, is the dharma. Why? Because nothing else helps, so only dharma can help. So there are 9 reasons. And then there's the 3 conclusions. 3 conclusions. So because, time of death is uncertain, so you have to practice dharma. And then, so therefore you only practice, you practice dharma, and so the time of death is uncertain, so you practice dharma right now, because you might die anytime. So right now, so you come to the conclusion that right now I'm going to practice, and nothing can help at the time of death, and so there are 3 reasons, and then you come to the conclusion saying, yes, so nothing helps, so I'm going to practice only dharma. I'm not going to do anything else, just practice dharma. That kind of conclusion. So there are 3 roots, 9 reasons, and 3 conclusions. So just like Lama Zopa Rinpoche mentioned, if you don't have Lamrim practice, then you have nothing.
Remember? He said nothing. He repeated many times, right? Therefore, Lamrim is very important. Also, Lamrim is not difficult to understand. Maybe you read many times, but you read, when you books with you, you understand. But we need to cover the book, then you need to understand. One of my teacher, one Geshe teacher, my teacher, maybe Deborah, no, he came to here 2005. Yeah. Whenever he go to see, he always just meditation. Like always. We don't see his reading books. Then we went to how meditation what he did. He like go through whole Lamrim. He only want, then just go through one. Also, you have the outlines. This is very good. You have the outlines. This is very good. Short meditation. Go through that. Lamrim books, very book, like the 18 books, the different kinds. But the outlines are very short. A lot of the monks have to memorize the outlines. Not me. You meditate, how you say, you memorize the outlines. Then whenever you go, yeah, this is very good, okay? Geshe Tsulga, everyone heard of Geshe Tsulga. He's the resident teacher in Australia, one of APMT. He's a very senior Geshe. He always, also, he mentioned also many times, just meditation, outlines. It's much easy, memorize. Also, he gave me one book, but I'm very bad. Just keep the book that I didn't memorize. He always like meditation like that. Then you don't have to read all the books. Then you can, remember first, they have so many words, Guru devotion, their impermanent, then Kurukulla. There are so many. There are 2 online there. Okay? Outline. No online. Okay, this is very good. Just try to, shortcut to practice, shortcut to study. It means, it not means you guys to make scared. Okay? Making you scared.
Not scary.
No scare, okay? It's just things to happen. It's nothing to worry, nothing to scare. So, if you say many things, you don't have to scare. This is just the nature has happened. It's the nature of the samsara. But if you know that, then you can prepare that. Therefore, they always say you need to think about that. Okay? That person that should get struggle to was tended to show Matabai Mazi, and Nadu tell nobody Martha.
And then in verse 39 it says not only it is impermanent, but it cannot be added also. You can't add to the life. Can you add to your life?
Okay. Pechasana, Tangalaya. Karopana. Anyway, example, someone that can live like 80 years, 10 days, 3 hours, 25 minutes. It's like that. Do you understand? And the moment we finish here, after 25 minutes. 25 minutes gone. We already lost 25. We can never put back. Can we put back time? You have to pay, right? You can.
Take a lot of vitamins.
I think what you're saying is once you've expanded it.
tell number ja den so do was nazo ndowa yenari nyewa yenari nikowa yenari kalasawa yenari lojo chewana kadina nganzo set to ndo yori tla bara.
So it says like day and night lifespan unceasingly diminishes, right? So it becomes short and short every time. Like when we're sleeping, when we're walking, when we're eating, when we're relaxing, or whatever we're doing, the lifespan doesn't just stop there. When we're not doing anything, lifespan doesn't stop. Even when we're not doing anything, it keeps on, diminishing. It just keeps on diminishing, and so it becomes shorter and shorter.
나도 어차피 들어지 나 하고 내가 나도 tempo 쇼로 오지 배제자는 마당 디셔는 군님바 차로 오래.
So I have a question about a book. If you don't use it at all, does it become old? Just leave it there and don't use it at all. Does it become old?
Yes.
Does it diminish?
Yes.
Does it diminish?
Right?
Or does it perish?
Slowly.
제가 나도 잠을 잘라 가는지나야 배제자는 마당 샤샤 배제자는 것도 가지는 땅 배제자는 그 조로 그러. 배제자는 마당 조로 그님바 샤야.
So if you use it, then it will consume it, right? If you use it, you will consume it. If you don't use it, will it get consumed? It will still get consumed?
Yes.
Like the car, if you just keep it, will it get consumed? Bicycles, if you don't bike on it at all?
어때때
When you say consume, do you mean that
It'll go away.
that we physically the book, or that the information in the book we
The
consume?
physical book.
Okay.
No, not we, the book itself get consumed.
Okay.
like the papers,
Oh,
the
okay,
papers.
yes.
그러. 되게 대 남박 소에 된지도 중요한 거 같아.
So that's true, right? It get consumed, right? Even it perishes, right?
Right?
I'm thinking about, I'm going to Paris. So I'm going to perish, right? So when I was just passed, before the pronunciation was not good, so I said, I'm going to Paris. And they said, make sure you see the Eiffel Tower. Anyway, so he says, I'm going to perish, so every time you think like that, I'm going to die, I'm going to, perish or diminish like that. So that's not made up by Buddhism, right? It's the nature,
Right.
nature of the reality.
그래서 나도 남백이 죽이 세워나 아니 깨워다 개가 때문에 좀 되냐면서 그러.
So like from the Buddhist point of view, and of course, in the reality, the moment you are born, you have already started to age, right? You're old. From the second moment of birth, you're already old, because you have started to age.
그럼 나도 로야리한 사람 내려야 그 가리는 면까지 요 아침 때야 침잖아. 소보라 녀마마, 노라 녀마마. 탑시 가리 지나봐야 건들래 온도. 대도 그것도 가지. 게 때인데 나도 통과로.
So normally we say we are old only when we see gray hairs and wrinkles on our face, right? That's what we say. Normally we say old. But from the second moment of our birth, we're already old. Started to age.
아니 미카지 고디니만 고야가 탑시 그 가르면 가르쳐다 그런 미시고나 니는 쪄줘도 그 제스케면도.
So some people, they try to fix the wrinkles, right? So no matter what they do, it's very, it's not really possible, because that's the nature of the reality.
어떻게 딱 지사단 되는 소다까지 세세대 넘어져야 말이야. 그래도 지대기 잘라 가리나 고치데 아니 고미바디 잘면 판테에 주는 요 말했어. 그 때문에 렌도와.
So all the same with the all impermanent phenomena, right? All the impermanent things, it's the same. It diminishes, and so whatever lifespan it has, it's going to only live up to that. After that, it won't live, So you can't add, to that lifespan.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, or maybe I'm going to close to die. It's okay. This is nature. That we can prepare to more practice, more be nice person, be Also, we need to rejoice our life. Rejoice.
Rejoice.
Right? We are not the problem, right? We are not serious. We are not broken leg. Maybe some problem, little bit, but it's okay. We need to rejoice.
Sorry, keep it on.
Enjoy. Enjoy. Not enjoy, go to the beach, sing there, put the, sunglasses, eat ice cream, not like that. Go to the bar, how you call that? dancing play, then you drink alcohol, then not like that. Suzuka method Chibuimba, and Musamachineta, Carotella, Carota, Loya Shekura.
So you don't have to do that, to like really enjoy, So your life and not having any problem and being relaxed is enjoyment. So that enjoy that moment of your life.
Okay, no big Lumban Helen, Kokum should do it. Carina Kokum do.
So and all the facilities that you have, you can enjoy that all here in this country, especially.
Right? If you already wear today winter clothes, some people already jackets. You have some jackets. Some people even in the winter jackets. We have just changed clothes. Everywhere we have no worry. It's very, we have just didn't do it. There's no go was. What is it? And that you can show Matako. There's some not down. I need to what there's a drip. I need me watching the tatty and do the girl.
So think about death and impermanence, how we're not going to live forever and we're going to die, and how our life is diminishing or perishing moment by moment, and how we'll come to death. And so by thinking that, then try to practice Dharma as much as possible while you're still alive, and live life in that way, positive way like that. Then it's really good. You can enjoy the life like that. And so then in the verse 40, let's read that. So although lying here or in the bed and relying on relatives, I alone have to bear the feeling of being cut off from my vitality.
Dana Lamnan Dujan, the Data Conchomata Lamnan Dujan, the Tashirochi Kalaya, and Suzuko Genge, Suzuko Topo, Tomo, Pama, Garokan, in Takon the Dawayanaya, Sochibak, Suzuchibuna, Kurusichi Maris. Tiakago, any getting out of Suzuchibunya, Sichi Maris.
And so it says, like, right, although lying here on the bed and relying on the relatives, so which means like you're dying, right? So you're dying and you're lying on the deathbed, and you're surrounded by all these friends and relatives. Even though you have so many friends and relatives who are surrounded to you and in a deathbed, but the fear and the suffering of the death is only experienced by you. None of them can share any of your suffering for you.
Right? Tati Pechana Bana Changan Gonana, Changan Gona Nasati, Nasidunga, the mission back Pashincia Yoruba.
And so yes, not only at the time of death, but even like when you in the normal days, right? In the normal days, when you have a headache, can someone share your headache? Make it less for you?
If
it's a job, then they can share, right? They can do some of the job, you can do some of the, and then that way you can share with each other. But the suffering you can't share, right? And no one can stop the death.
Maybe you guys sorry I said it's dead. What's it? Death. Sorry. Say all the time. I said sorry, say all the time.
Sorry for talking about death all the time.
I'm a very bad person. But doesn't matter you are very famous. Doesn't matter you're a very powerful person. Doesn't matter you're very rich. Doesn't matter you're poor. Doesn't matter whoever that. The machine become old. Time to go. Right? Same thing now we have things. When we have very fancy car, very fancy house. One day they're all old. They fix right. This Kurukulla Center will be 100 years old. This building. Now we open something. Everything's just come up. It just don't look, just come up there. Right? Same thing. We're getting old. We go to hospital. They say you have the problem here. They find everything. When we're young, we go to hospital. They say, oh, you're healthy, normal, nothing problem. Same as all other phenomena. Same. They get old. The old machines become machine. machines can be old, then they're all problems. Right? Same thing like that. Therefore, we have to talk that. Therefore, your power, your reach, famous, doesn't matter. However, your mission go old, then say goodbye. You cannot take anything. Then there's a pain, there's a negative, then there's a colon chow matava cola, then Lamanam to the power, then it's Gom Javainata, Gom da Kanji, Lojo Chevan, the Konega.
So this is very important point, So like I mentioned before, refer to the Lamrim text and then read more and then apply to practice.
다시 시치지라도 신지 본의 선발을 년지 접해 시접해 대선은 직계나 태아 나게 맞대도 당한 주인 레벨까야 아니 신지 본야까지 다 본야게 생기되면까지 제가 레벨까야 아니 개개 백 말을 조보고 백 말에 개개 백 말에 다 수편나 아니 손은 개와산에 뒤편에는 당이 되어 저기야 말이스 어도 송거도.
So let's read the verse 41. For a person seized by the messengers of death, what good is a relative and what good is a friend? At that time, marriage is protection. I have not applied myself to it.
Okay. Okay. 얘네야 단다 드린 것도 처음부터 와 마무시네야 파르네야 생각 맞지 이제 대마대. 로.
So you understand that part, right? So it is all talking about nothing will be helpful to us. No one will be able to help us, our friends, our relatives, or even our teacher. Only seized by the messenger of the death, or the death by death. And so at that time, only thing that will be helpful to us, is the merit, and which we have not created, right? And so anyway, we talked about taught a lot about the death all the time today. So don't go, when you go back, don't just feel sad and sit there.
It's okay. Shantideva, it is feasible, nothing to worry. If it's nothing feasible, nothing to worry. Because the worry doesn't fix. But it's so easy that do it very difficult, right? We say things very easy, but actually do it very difficult. But try to be best. Okay? Any questions? Any emergency questions? Yes.
Well, so one of our roommates last night went out in Boston on, I guess, a little cruise around the harbor, and somebody fell off the boat and ended up drowning.
I heard that story, yeah.
And
They drowned?
But what?
They got drowned?
They did. I guess there's this tour called a booze cruise,
Yeah.
where you go out, you drink a lot on a boat. And there were two things that struck me as ironic. The first is that the comments around it was that nobody, how could this possibly have happened? Nobody could have seen this coming. And I guess in the realistic sense, it was like, well, mixing alcohol and water generally, I feel like are not wise things to do. But then the other piece is what you just said. It's like no matter, even if you're surrounded by friends and family, in that moment it just doesn't matter. I mean, you're going to pass into that next stage, and in this sense, the metaphor extends in that they were throwing life preservers, the little donuts, and nothing helped, and the person ended up still drowning. And it was just it was to me an interesting extension of that metaphor. It's like whether you're drowning and they're throwing life rafts, or whether you're old and they're throwing machines at you. Once it's your time to go, once your karma ripe, it's there.
Exactly. Therefore, sometimes with a very serious things happen. Maybe one car, maybe two people driving. At the accident, one died, one didn't die. It's always a lucky person. Yes, maybe he's lucky, but because he or she has not karma to die that time, the another person died that time. 나도 까마서 레이서 된 건도 모ral 놈 집어라. 모ral 놈 되놓고 가지고 그 모르대사 그러와. 되게 집어라는 것도 와.
Karma is like a fuel, so as long as you have the fuel, you can run that. As long as you have a karma, you can live, no matter what. But if you don't have the karma, if you don't have the fuel, you will not be able, the machine will not be able to run. Just like that, you will not be able to live.
Yeah, karma is very detailed, also very subtle, very honest. There's no backdoor. Karma has no backdoor. You have to just go there. You can clean, not clean, depends on yourself. Okay? Yes?
If you can say a little bit more about, I alone have to bear the feeling of being cut off from my vitality.
건드려.
가서 신년
소- 시치마들
What
아파지.
about using my vitality for good things?
속세는 서로 파창하자. 단위집은 용어죠. 신제 코냐 셈발라. 인행의 지시 지시편. 안에 대체 선언 잡는 나자다 맞춰도 때말아서 가서. What verse is that? 40.
40야.
40. Yeah.
소체비 세스. 소체바이 좋았다.
속세는.
알아. 소라다 너도 딸
So you're talking. Your question is about vitality.
alive.
No, it seems like a very negative feeling, a very unoptimistic.
야, 소체비 좋아야 된다. 소체바이 좋아도 단위집은 용어 줄.
Well, what do you understand the vitality here?
Well, it's life. You're
It's a
cut off from
lifespan.
life.
It's a life.
You're
Yeah.
dying.
Yeah. Cut off from your life. Yeah.
That feeling, that kind of feeling, you can experience. No one can experience like that.
No one can experience for you.
So I guess to clarify, this is talking about that particular time of death.
Yeah. So this is the process of dying. Where your life will be taken away now, right? So your life is taken away, and that's when you die. So at that feeling, of your life taken away, can be only felt by you. No one can share for you that one.
So this is being very specific about that moment of death, right?
Right. Tikabsa chigarata.
대감도 시작으로 현실만 파지하쪽으로 봤어.
Yeah, I mean, at this time, here, when talking about that, of course, you can apply to other things also, like, Geshe mentioned about headache, the suffering of headache.
Right, then I'm having a problem not understanding because, like I said, then it is seeming to me very unoptimistic and one can utilize.
Optimistic in what way?
Because one can utilize vitality for good things, for creating merit, for creating good karma.
The soul is 먼저 배제하고 땅쪽으로 왔어.
So vitality can go both ways.
대리가 쏘다 되는 것도 쏘는 체로 대비지하고 땅으로 개와야 보서는 배지하고 땅으로 왔어. 아니 매겨 딱 가로 용어 제조 사는 다 배지 누가 땅으로 와. 대리도 다 모두 다 배지하고 땅고 그래서 개와 싸고 그래서 라고요.
Yes, of course. While we're still alive, we can spend our life. We can spend our life for doing good things. But at the time of death, when our life is, coming to the end, at that time we cannot do anything. So the suffering of coming to the end of the life is only experienced by ourselves. No one can share it for us.
네 딸라도 배나 나눠서 다 소소고 trobo 가리 먼저 니바선이로 와. 알아 잡이 잡아다 전화도 왔다. 이 대니면 싸다 요 말. 대니 주목 싸기로 왔어.
So no matter how many people around, there are, but no one can share that. All the friends and enemies, nobody can share our sufferings. So there's only two ways of creating karma, either by attachment to one side, one's friends and relatives, or by hatred, to the other side, our enemies, and people that we don't like. So that's the only way, either by attachment to one side or hatred to other side.
대리가 티는 먼저 배나 니바서 소소라 잡이 잡아 뒤고 왕기 소소 간이 볼라 미직 지체는 대라 미신 발고 갑자기 여러 니바 사야.
You understand that part? So you create negative karma. You do something bad out of attachment, to your loved ones, and then you create negative karma, out of hatred, to someone that you don't like, someone you hate. So, like especially like when you have attachment to somebody, and then for that, then you can also, create hatred. If someone is trying to cause harm to the loved one, then you will become angry to that person, and you can harm that person.
대가서 제가 그 반다 고쪽에 있는 니바 싸버다나 저 시간에 저는 주보는 뭐 고냠도 되는 그 제가 겹도 말해서 그거네.
So at that time, you created negative karma for that person's sake, so your loved ones, right? Sake. But if that loved one is at the time of death, and even that loved one for whose sake you created negative karma, to whom you protected, even if that their relative, that loved one is there at the time of death, he or she will not be able to share your suffering. So whatever negative karma that you have created for his sake is experienced by you alone.
Okay? That's little clear. Today, I think about the thing about the people Payusha, Kuzu Dabu Jaram, the Tenley.
So that doesn't mean that you should not have any friends. In so don't misunderstand. I should get rid of all of them. Don't think like that.
No? Right? Tell him that Kudu never massas.
So try not to create negative karma for their sake. You know, it's no use, right? So if you're creating negative karma for their sake, it's not good.
Okay? Yes.
So when you say life and death depend on karma, but what if someone stopped the karma? For example, the doctor saved the person. Is it still a good thing if the doctor interrupted the karma?
그래, 나도 레라 알레거서라. 안다 미시도 쟁게 되는 멤버가 껴봐이나. 아니 거기는 거기다 레라 받치 쳐버렸어. 레가 버렸어. 레가 레가 버렸어 거기.
대 멤버가 받치 쳐서 때 콜라 시기레도 싸매 버려. 멤버가 때 째져면 시기레 싸나 멤버도 좀 통말해.
So it is, you know, so it is possible to die, you know, before the time of death. It is before that, so the call is untimely death, you know, so that can happen. But if the person can live, that means he has a karma to live. So no one can add, you know, to the lifespan, not even the doctor. That means he didn't have a karma to die. Therefore, he was able to meet with the doctor and, you know, get the medication and was able to live. So it's not that he didn't have karma. He has a karma to live. That's why he's able to live. If he doesn't have karma to live, nobody will be able to make him live. So the untimely death, you know, so that can happen even if your lifespan has not exhausted completely, but because of meeting with certain condition, you know, that can happen before the time. And so it's called the untimely death. So for example, this flower, you know, has 1 day to live, but you know, sometime in the morning or afternoon, you cut it off and you disconnected it from its sources, you know, of getting water. Then it dies right before the day, you know, before the day and before the end of the day, it dies. So that's like that, you know. So you have applied the condition for it to die before it can die.
Right?
So the flower has a potential to live for the whole day. So somebody cut it off, and if we just left that, then it will die in the middle of the day. But if you see somebody sees, oh, you know, it will die, so then you bring it back, you know, put it in a vase or, you know, put it underground and give it a water and this, and then it can live, you know, for the rest of the day. That means because it has a life to live for the rest of the day, that's why it's able to live. But you have to provide the condition.
So, but it
has, if it has only life, you know, to live only half a day, and then from there on, no matter what, even if you bring it, you know, put it in the vase or, you know, give it the water, put it underground, nothing will happen. It will die.
Okay.
So in other words, if he doesn't have the potential to live, you know, then no matter what you do, even if you put it in the refrigerator or, you know, it will still die, you know, it will not live. So it has a life, right? Even the plants have a life. But in Buddhism, we don't accept that they have a mind, but they have a life, you know, like how long they can live and like that. So that's accepted in Buddhism, but not having a soul or mind.
This prayer. Okay, it makes sense? Yeah, this is good, you know. You have to think about analytical meditation. You know, how they walk, how do they walk. The karma is very, very subtle. Also, a lot of things we don't understand, but we have to analytical. Okay? Then read more, okay? Read more these books. Just one thing, read that you don't understand. Try to read 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Then you go, oh yeah, oh, that's different meanings, yeah. Before I thought that, or not that, now I looked at that. It's a big difference. Okay? If you just teach one time, you lesson one time, fine, then you know that His Holiness is also teaching many times this book, with no reason. Because it's very important to, you hear more and more, you study more and more, you familiarize more and more, then you can really copy your mind. Okay? Okay, thank you. Chanting master's job.
Okay.
All right, turn to page 39, please. Saji Perki Jushin Meta Tramri Rabling Ji Nidekempadi Sangye Jingdu Meteua Kidrokunamdak Jingla Choharsho Jesum Lame Kute Rabten Jingnam Katrin Chaturge Padam Lopsan Tempe Drume Sapsum Gidroe Munzel Tatu Negushi Idam Guru Rana Mandala Kam Niryatayami. From my two collections, vast as space, that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha of those whose minds' wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives, Manjushri. May I find the best of complete graded paths of the teachings. I please all the Buddhas by practicing. Using skillfully and strong by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings. With the points of the path as I have discerned them, may I uphold Buddha's teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this graded course to enlightenment completed, due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children, may all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chenre Zig remain in life till samsara's end. Tong ni ning je zung du ju pe lam che che sa ze gang chen ten dragon Jagna Pemo Tenzin Gyatsola Sowa Debso Jedun Lundru Sho. Page 49, short long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Tup sung chang sing jong gong gel wei. Tenzin yom pel wei gonzo dup cord say. Jong sung kur le mon tu dru. Pa da so do je gundu jap ten show. Your form embodies all Buddhas, your natures are, you are the root of the three jewels. Homage to you, O Gurus. In short, I seek your blessings, O Protector, to be cared for by you, birth unremittingly throughout all my lives, and thus to become your chief disciple, holding every secret of your body, speech, and mind. O Protector, please grant that all be auspicious for me to be foremost among your very first circle of disciples, wherever you manifest Buddhahood, so that all my temporal and ultimate wishes, without exception, may be effortlessly and spontaneously fulfilled. In all my lives never separated from perfect gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma. By completing the qualities of the stages and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Furthermore, in life after life, may I, pleasing him in return, be forever fostered by an accomplished Mahayana spiritual master, the source of every virtue of this world and beyond. In his care, may I acquire in him a firm, unshakable faith, pleasing him by every means possible, doing nothing even for an instant to disappoint. May my spiritual master impart to me every instruction and every teaching in its entirety. Having understood them faultlessly, may I practice them and be able to bring them to perfection. May I never even for a moment fall under the sway of malevolent teachers and misleading friends. Having developed in every life belief in cause and effect, renunciation, the Bodhi mind, and the pure view, may I embark upon them continually with effortless experience. In every life, may every virtuous act gathered by way of body, speech, and mind be causes solely for the welfare of others and for the purest and highest enlightenment. Page 57, Prayers of Dedication. Through this virtue may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddha state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. We'll finish on page 75. Mix them up. Me me tse wei te chen chen rei zig dri me kem pe wang po jam pel yang gang chen ke pe su gen song ka pa lop san tra pe jabla so wa de. Thank you, Geshe. You want?
Just a quick announcement.
Here.
It's hard to believe, but we have yet another very, very special visit. Khensur Je Rinpoche will be here tomorrow evening. So in preparation, there's on the offerings of service on the bulletin board, there's tasks. It would be wonderful to have some help if people have a few minutes to stay afterward in preparation for his visit. So you can see me if you have any questions about them. Thank you.